All right, man, let me plug the joint right quick. The truth about how women treat men they really like. Let me say that shit again. The truth about how women treat men they really like. You know, on the internet, there is this myth, there is this fallacy, there is this theory, there is these things that are being said about women's choices in men. Like there's this whole um, good man versus the bad guy paradigm. Here's the reality of it, okay, regardless of what guys think or what they believe. When you're dealing with women and they don't respect you, that's one. They don't respect you, but they see a need or a want or a desire for whatever it is you can provide them, they will have an agenda, right? They will have an agenda. Here's what most guys are encountering. You are encountering women who have an agenda that does not align with yours. The mistake that guys make is this, is that they'll spend money on women. You might even have sex with some of these women you're spending money on. And you will think everything is all good because she's dealing with you, because you're getting your little dick wet or whatever it is like that. Real quick, I remember on my now defunct channel before YouTube took it away, I did a video and I read you guys some messages between this young man and this young woman. And he had been dating her, I guess, for a few months. And they got into a back and forth because he was trying to get her to spend money. And he basically said, so you wouldn't even buy me so much as a barbecue plate. And she was like, no, you're the man. This is what she told him. You're the man. You got it. What I look like spending my money on a man. This is what she was telling him. And I said in that video, I said, do y'all really believe that she treats every man that she is seeing or that she dates that way? No. Here's the reality of it. By and large, for the most part, especially when it comes to the early beginnings of you dealing with somebody, dating somebody, seeing somebody, women, for the most part, have no incentive to spend a penny on y'all motherfuckers. They have no incentive. Why? You're giving them everything. You're giving them unbridled access to you. You'll talk on the phone whenever they want. You will text or message whenever they want. You will take them out. When it comes to gaining access to them sexually, you'll do whatever. You'll let them lead and guide you and direct you to where they want you to go. They have no incentive to spend no fucking money on you. I need guys to understand that. It's not even just about the money. They have no built-in incentive to do anything for you. Not a fucking thing. And let me just say this. This is where guys get it twisted. This is why I tell you motherfuckers, don't listen to what women say on the internet. Anytime you guys see posts or you see little video clips of women telling other women, hey, don't cook for these motherfuckers, don't do nothing for them until they make you a girlfriend or until they make you a wife. The reason why those women are saying that is because they're bitter women. And they've been the type of women that did things for men because they were genuinely feeling these guys. The difference is, unfortunately, is those guys were using those women. Those guys were taking advantage of those women. And that's why those women are bitter. That's why they're telling other women, don't do shit for these motherfuckers, because all they're going to do is misuse you, lie to you, manipulate you. And then, of course, what happens is oftentimes a lot of these guys, they pretend like they want something more than just sex. So because of that, women are led to believe that there's reciprocity. He's taking me out spending money. Fuck it, I'll take him out and I'll spend money, because they believe they're building towards something, only for that guy to mislead them. And and in many cases, they believe they're actually in a relationship with some of these dudes, only for these dudes to use them. And of course, they be fucking other women. So these women are bitter, right? That's not what I'm talking about, right? That's completely separate from what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about women who are doing things for guys, and women know what the score is. They know what the assignment is. They know what their role is, but they are campaigning and auditioning for a role outside of just a fuck buddy. They know what the assignment is. They know that this guy is not lying to them. They know they are dealing with a authentic, transparent man who is dating other women, and that guy has no problem reminding them of that fact. They know what they're dealing with, but they want to be chose. And therein lies the difference. They want to be chose by that guy. Women, for the most part, are used to dealing with men that want to be chose by the woman. So they're used to guys doing whatever. They're used to guys taking them out, spending money on women, spending money on them. They're used to guys bending over backwards for them, acquiescing to them. They're not used, the women, they're not used to themselves meeting guys they want to do that for, where the shoe is on the other foot, where they are the beta female. They are the female simp, the pick-me chick. They don't encounter too many men where they feel that sense of vulnerability, where they want to cut for the dude and do shit for the dude. Women, by and large, they don't encounter men that make them feel that way. It's just the opposite. They encounter men that the man is always doing everything. So a lot of times women are like, I mean, it's cool that he's doing all this shit. I enjoy the dinners, the movies, the concerts, the comedy shows. I enjoy it. But this is not really the guy that I really want. The guy that they really want, that's the guy they're going to spend money on. That's the guy they're going to cook for. That's the guy, when they go to his house, they find themselves cleaning shit up, folding laundry and shit. Let me plug the joint. The truth about how women treat men they really like. Let me read the description. I don't know if y'all pay attention to the description, but let me read the description if I might. A person's motive or motives or reason for doing something is not always apparent. But when a woman genuinely likes a man and wants to be chosen by that man, she will go above and beyond what is expected by being attentive as to provide an incentive for that man's attention. So when I say to you guys, the truth about how women treat men they really like, they want that man's attention, and they want it beyond the bedroom. So what are they going to do? They're going to be attentive as to provide an incentive to gain access to that man non-sexually. When I tell you motherfuckers, I strictly deal with women on my terms. If they fucking with me, they're going to be fuck buddies first. I'm going to be their new lover before I'm anything else. I'm going to be that. So I'm fortunate enough to have experienced multiple instances where women started off as fuck buddies and they're like, I like Kerry. I like him. I want him to choose me. I'm choosing up on him. I want him to choose me back. So I'm going to be attentive to him. I'm going to do things so that way he will notice that I can be much more to him than just someone he's fucking. So what might a woman do? Provide an incentive so she can spend more time with you non-sexually so she can show you that she that bitch. What might she do? Hashtag her debit card works too. Hashtag if she paying, she's staying. You know, women who are gamed up, they know how to get at a man, to be chose by that man. What might they do? She might call you up. Hey, I want to see you. And she might offer you an incentive. She might offer you a night out on her dime. And I ain't talking about just once. She's going to do it more than once, assuming you're not taking advantage of that. And let me just say this about taking advantage of it. Although she knows her role in your life, she knows she's a fuck buddy currently. Yeah, she might extend herself. She might make herself vulnerable by extending herself to be attentive to you beyond just sex. But there's a limit. If she sees that it's not really altering her place in your life, eventually that shit will come to a screeching halt. Don't get it twisted. Women, look, I'm talking about women who actually have a high degree of self-esteem here. Now, it's a whole nother thing if you're dealing with a woman who has low self-esteem and she comes out the gate being extremely generous with money and gifts. That's a whole nother thing. And you should be mindful that there is a distinct difference between a woman who has a high degree of self-esteem and she's being attentive to you, she's spending money and she's doing things for you to campaign and audition for a role in your life beyond just fucking you. Whereas a woman who has low self-esteem, typically she doesn't think she's attractive. And that's why she might be generous with the money. Right? So for her, it's not even about the sex. It's about, I don't think he would like me beyond just sex because I feel insecure about how I might look to him. Right? Maybe she's a little chubby. Maybe facially she ain't the best looking chick in the world. So those type of chicks, or she might not even be chubby or average looking, but she might feel that she is. You feel me? That's a whole nother video. So there are instances where you do not accept gifts and things like that. But you have to understand what you're getting because it looks the same. When you're dealing with a woman who genuinely likes you and it's not coming from a place of low self-esteem, she just wants to be chosen by you versus a woman who actually has low self-esteem. So she's being generous so she can kind of win you over and you can look past what she believes are her physical deficiencies. There is a distinct difference, but it looks the same to guys who aren't used to dealing with women who do shit for them, right? You feel me? The truth about how women treat men they really like. When a woman is dealing with a man that she believes is a quality man and she sees value in that man, and she wants to offer value in return. She wants to reciprocate. You know, I hear guys complain all the time about how women don't reciprocate, how women aren't appreciative. Well, I'm going to tell you why. She don't like you like that, bro. Not only does she not like you like that, but she hasn't identified any value in you, which is why she doesn't have any incentive to reciprocate. But I guarantee you for another guy, everything you want her to do, she's doing for that guy. And that guy ain't spent no money on her. That guy hasn't taken her out on one single solitary fucking date. In fact, the only time that guy even talks to her on the phone or texts her is when he's setting up a sexual rendezvous. He don't really give her no time and attention like that. But she wants to be chosen by that guy. See, and this is the whole bad boy, good man paradigm. It's not that he mistreats her. He just a dude that got a lot going on. He dealing with other women. And she knows her role in that man's life. But she wants much, much more. She wants to be seen as a chick that he could fuck with. So she's going to extend herself. The truth about how women treat men they really like. They're going to spend money. They're going to spend money. They're going to take that guy out to eat. they might offer to fill a guy's tank up, especially if you know they're kind of hanging together and shit, and maybe he's just now getting to the point where he spends time with her non-sexually. She might be like, I like this. I like that he's paying attention to me now. I don't want this to stop. Let me provide an incentive to keep this going. I'll fill up his gas tank. When we go out for drinks, I'll offer to buy a round or two. When we go out to eat, I'll offer not only to pay for the tip, but I'll get the appetizers. She'll do something to provide an incentive so that way you will take her more seriously than just someone you're casually seeing or someone you're just fucking. The truth about how women treat men they really like. When they like you, when they are genuinely interested in you, beyond just being someone you're fucking on, they will provide an incentive for you to deal with them beyond just sex. This is why you might have a woman come to your crib and she see a basket of clothes and say, she might say, hey, are those clean? I'll fold them for you. Yeah, those are clean. I just washed them this morning. All right. Let me show you where everything goes. This is the underwear drawer. This is where the socks go. This is where my t-shirts go. My undershirts, my wife beaters, they go in a separate drawer. My t-shirts, those t-shirts right there, you can fold those and put those in those drawers. The t-shirts like this, these go on hangers. Like I separate different t-shirts that get folded and put in drawers from the ones that go on hangers. Women who've dealt with me, they know this. So I'll tell them, I'll school them, I'll get the hangers, boom. Those go on hangers, those are folded and they go there. And women will do that, right? They'll offer to bring you shit. Look, let me tell y'all something. There was a time where I was collecting Tupperware. Like literally, I was collecting Tupperware from women that would come over. And I'm talking about these are chicks, in many cases, I didn't spend no money on. I didn't take them out on no dates, right? But they wanted to do shit. They wanted to provide an incentive so that way I would take them serious. You know what I'm saying? I can spend time with them beyond just sex. So they would campaign and audition. What might they do? Cook a nigga some shit. Bring a nigga some food. Show some concern, right? Be attentive. I know that man got to eat. I'm going to show him I can do that for him. I want him to look at me as someone he can deal with beyond just sex. I want him to choose me. Most guys are so busy trying to be chosen by the woman, they don't know what it feels like to have a woman want to be chose. The woman want to be chose. She wants you to choose up on her. See, a woman who really wants you to choose up on her, she know that pussy ain't it. She know that pussy ain't it. She know she got to step out and extend herself beyond just her with her body and shit. She know that, right? I need you guys to understand that type of shit. So, back to what I was saying, man. I used to collect Tupperware. Like chicks would come by and bring me shit. There were times where I would be at the chick spot and she, like before I showed up to beat it up, she would say, hey, I cooked something if you want to eat. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to eat right now. I'm going to wait till after I beat it up. And depending on where we were at in our little situation, I'm going to take it to go. I'm not going to sit here and eat it at your table because I don't want you to think it's like that, right? So there would be times where I'll be like, put that shit in the Tupperware. I'll bring that shit back the next time I come through. Sometimes I wouldn't. I would forget about that shit, right? Or we would just, over the course of time, we may just fall out of touch. And then I had a bunch of fucking Tupperware, odds and ends, different colors and shit, right? From all the different chicks that would either bring shit when they came through, or I would be at their spot and they would either cook something while I was there. I would eat something and then take some shit to go, or they would cook something and say, hey, I got something, that I cooked earlier. If you're hungry, boom. And I would just, boom. Hey, make me something to go real quick. I remember one time there was a chick I was dealing with and I called her up, right, to see if she was available because I was going to come by and beat it up and all of that. And she wasn't. She said, I'm about to leave. So I'm not going to be here for all of that. We can do that at a later time. But hey, I cooked something if you're hungry. If you can be here in X amount of minutes before I leave, I'll make you something to go. So boom, I skedaddled over there right quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in the neighborhood, and I just caught her while I was, kind of passing by or passing through. I skedaddled over there right quick. You know what I'm saying? Ran up, to the crib. Took the, the food and shit, and be like, all right, next time I see you, you know what I'm saying? I'll bring this shit back through. Right? And she wanted to be chose. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker. She had a man though. In fact, she was leaving to go see her man. She was going on a date to go see her man, but she had cooked earlier, and it was still kind of warm, so she threw it in the Tupperware dish for me. She wanted to be chose too, but like, you got a man, I don't, and that's a whole nother topic. If you ever a side dude, never allowed a woman to break up with her man and then you take his place. Never do that. You know what I'm saying? Never do that. That's you breaking all types of rules. Anyway, man, look, it's been real. Like the fucking video, leave a comment. The truth about how women treat men they really like. They'll cut for you because they want to be chose by you. They want you to look at them as someone you can deal with beyond just the bedroom. And they will provide an incentive for you to do so. So sometimes they will spend money. They will come by and do chores at your crib, right? They will cook and make sure you eat. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that's going around on Facebook. Dudes asking, do the women who say, have you eaten yet? Do they still exist? Hell yeah, nigga. They exist in my world. I'm out.